It's Ask Ritu. Thanks so much for sending in your questions across social media. Keep them coming. I love hearing from you. The question that I would like to answer today goes like this. Recently, I got in a really bad fight with a friend and I said some really mean things to her. Afterwards, I felt just awful and I couldn't stop beating myself up about this. What can I do about this type of thing going forward? So first of all, let me start by saying, thank you for your question, but also thanks for being courageous in admitting this, because I think a lot of times it's really hard for us to admit when we've behaved in a way that we don't feel good about. We've behaved in a way that shows our ugly side. And, here's the thing. In having written a book on authenticity called The Authenticity Principle, our authentic selves are the good, the bad, and the ugly of who we are. We all have darkness and ugliness within. It's just really hard in moments to grapple or contend with it. And this darkness or ugliness or just life happens can sometimes bring about behavior that we don't feel good about. Let me give you a really quick example. I just had something happen with me where one of my mentors asked me to speak to a potential client with him about doing some work together. And he gave me all the background, blah, 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 told me all about the leaders I'd be speaking with on this call. We get on the call and I don't know what happened to me. It was like my worst behavior ever before a client. I interrupted the client while speaking. I was a bit edgy. I didn't really like the client's vibe. So I was kind of edgy and I wasn't my best. And when we got off the call, I knew the call went like a 2 out of 10. I felt really bad about it. It was not my best. I knew that I had not done a good job on it and I had basically effed up. And the first thing that I did in this moment of having my dark side or my ugly side show up is I said to myself, why did this happen? And there were a mix of things. It was life is stressful, blah, 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 and more. But sometimes when we try to figure out why this happened, we can't actually come up with a good reason. And that's okay too. But just recognizing that it wasn't our best moment, that alone at times can be enough. The second thing I did is I apologized to my mentor. And so when you've hurt someone or potentially hurt them, it's really important for you to reach out and apologize to the person. But the third thing I did is I apologized to myself. I said, Ritu, it is okay that you did not have this shining moment. Forgive yourself, let it go. Do not beat yourself up about it. The next thing I did is said to myself, what will you do next time in this type of situation where it starts to go off the rails? What can you say to yourself and how you behave differently? And then finally, we hold this behavioral shift we want to engage in going forward into moments where we have difficult times with our clients or our friends or our beloveds and more. And so forgive yourself, commit to engaging in behavioral change, and then do your best going forward. So I hope this helps. Thanks for sending in your question. I'd love to hear from you all. And thanks as always for watching.